Yeah, I think it takes a while for you to get the changes we're looking for, but once a large company gets in the crosshairs of regulators and frankly just competitors deciding that there are no holds barred and they need to come after their competitor anyway, it gets very difficult. I spent the bulk of my career at Walmart and we used to have 10,000 lawsuits a year, and it makes it hard to operate when you face incredible scrutiny. And I think that phase is coming for Amazon soon.
Do you think there are serious grounds to hit Amazon in the retail space? Do you expect it to go ahead and to really punish them, make them sell off certain parts of their business?
Yeah, so I think that what's normally difficult about antitrust is we tend to think of it in terms of mergers, because in a Clayton Act violation, which was designed to handle mergers, that's where most of the action is. But the very first antitrust act, the Sherman Act, talked about behaviors. And I think that's where Amazon may face more scrutiny. There are some, I think, reasonable arguments for illegal restraint on trade that you could make against Amazon. There's some things that they're doing with the way they deal with their vendors that you could argue were difficult restraints on trade. There's subtleties about how the one-day shipping program works, which will cause some vendors who used to be able to ship on their own to really have to go through fulfilled by Amazon, which is extremely profitable for Amazon. And there were even practices which they very recently stopped, like forcing vendors to not have lower prices on other websites, which they only stopped because the senator was sniffing around for antitrust concerns. So we think it's inevitable that there will be a shoe that will drop. Again, it's not a breakup call by any means, but pressure on Amazon creates room for others to operate.
Like who, Brandon? Throw out some names of who benefits the most.
Absolutely, yeah. So Walmart's powerful enough to probably hang in there on their own, but you need some help in order for a Kroger and a Target and a Best Buy to get some extra room. So let me give you a tactical example how those pricing rules become difficult. We think of Amazon as the price leader in every category, but they actually don't sell the most volume in every individual item. In fact, there are plenty of items where Best Buy sells far more of those than Amazon. So theoretically, you should end up with price points in a Best Buy marketplace that could be lower than Amazon. But if Amazon uses a rule like you can't price below my price on the website for a vendor, then you're essentially stifling competition. And if you can create something that puts a little bit of a break in the armor of Amazon for the absolute lowest price on everything, which empirically it's not, you create room for Best Buy, for Target, for Kroger to create some other progress on their own.
And really quickly, what are the latest market share numbers on Amazon in retail overall and online retail? I mean, any real sign of a monopoly here?
Yeah, so monopoly definitions require a notion that looks at customer segmentation that's important. So we actually segment the market based on customer need. And when you segment the market by the way we think about it as price and assortment items, which is about $600 billion in sales, which is a massive number. But most of Amazon's sales in the U.S. are inside of that category. So their concentration at $100 billion of sales is as large in that space as any other retailer in any other category. So it's not that they're at monopolistic levels, but they're at enough control that some of these restraint on trade provisions may be possible. And even if a suit isn't successful, discovery processes in antitrust can be useful to figure out details about how the company functions, and you might find bad behavior another way, even if the first challenge isn't successful.